There have been many rulers in history, many good and many bad. But what makes a good ruler, and what is an example of a good ruler? One example of a ruler that was good by helping his people was the name of Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was a ruler from back in the Middle Ages, ruling over ancient Asia, of where current day China currently is, and most of Eastern Asia. He even ruled over parts of Europe. So, what makes him a good ruler for the Mongolian Empire? When ruling, Genghis Khan had many criminals to deal with in his country. There were many bad people and many criminals. So, according to History.com, he had taken out titles that criminal organizations would normally use. He had basically made them useless to use, making it harder for criminals to organize to make crime. In addition to this, he had even made it illegal for women to be kidnapped in the Mongol Empire. Now, this was good because getting rid of criminals is one of the main parts of being a good ruler. If the people are in danger in your country, then you're doing a bad job because the point of a ruler is to protect the people. So, by getting rid of criminals and making it harder to do crime, plus getting rid of crime, this makes him a good ruler. According to NationalGeographic.com, he had helped farmers by stabilizing taxes that would normally happen to them. He making it easier for them to pay off their debt. He had made it easier for trading to be done by giving farmers land so they could gain more money. He even helped promote new technologies which promoted trade. By doing this, he had made it so that there was more and more trade in the country, and by making more trade, it helped their citizens get out of debt. By making richer people, it makes uh, the entire wealth of the country go up, making everyone happier. But farmers were helped even further by making it um, of an executable offense to steal livestock, and also helped people working on the farms by making it illegal to have slavery of their own citizens on farms, according to History.com. This helps because back in ancient times, livestock was very valuable, and by making it very punishable to steal livestock, it helped farmers keep their livestock. And of course, slavery is bad, so by removing it, even for just the citizens of the country, helped very much in their lives. But not just helping citizens, and protecting citizens inside a country is just what you need to do. E- For there to be a good ruler, you even need to help your citizens outside the country, and that's exactly what he did. Now, there what Now, there was a war against the Jin dynasty. The Jin dynasty was a country in another part of Asia, and he had to fight it. He protected his soldiers by making it harder for them to fight. He was a very good strategist. What he had done to make these strategies go very well is that in one of the battles versus the Jin dynasty, there was a big wall. The Jin dynasty was inside the wall, and whenever the attacking Mongolian soldiers would attack, they would just be killed. So what they had done is that they gave up. They surrendered, and then then they ran away. But then the Jin dynasty tried to kill them. So they kept running away, and it looked pretty bad. But what he had done is that they weren't really surrendering. They tricked him. Well, they tricked the Jin dynasty, and then surprise attacked them, and then took over the Jin dynasty's country, according to TravelJohnnyGuide.com. Now, this was a very good battle because this shows that he not only was intelligent in fighting, but he knew how to command an army very well. The Jin dynasty became greedy and tried to kill every single Mongolian fighter, and with their greediness, they were found defenseless and outnumbered because the only thing that was protecting them was the big wall. Once they were out of the wall, they were able to be killed. But how do you create a good army? It must mean there's a great ruler behind it, right? And correct, because Genghis Khan had a great strategy for making armies. While taking over land, he would kill the leaders of the land uh, that ruled over it. This made people not very happy, but without a leader, there's no way for them to fight back as easily. So by killing the leader, he then incorporated all of the leftover people into his army, spreading them apart, so then they couldn't organize to make a revolution, according to History.com. Now, this is a very good system because, as I just stated, killing the leader makes it harder for the leader to attack because then they need to make a new leader. And spreading them up, and because of the high amounts of fighting that he did, there, of course, with any battle would be a high amount of casualties. So by incorporating the people that he took over into his army and spreading them apart, there's no way for them to go back and organize an attack. Because if they're spread apart, there's no way they're going to find each other. This system worked very well, and he was able to make an amazing army that he was able to take over many places with. But Genghis Khan didn't just like fighting, he wanted to help unite Asia together. So, what he had done is that he promoted trade. Genghis Khan had made a writing system for trade to become much easier, even using stamps because of the way that Asian writing is hard to make in mass numbers. They had made stamps, so then trading was much easier to do. He had made a census to count the populations, so he knew how to spread out people and spread out army men and police to be able to protect the people. He had incorporated diplomatic freedom to diplomatic ambassadors to help people want to trade with him, because by getting people from other countries to trade with him, it not only brings those two countries together, but also improve trade. And this was according to History.com. Now, this was all good because trade is one of the most important parts of the country. By making trade, it made it so that they could make more money and have more stuff. So by incorporated trade and like making it easier and better to trade, it made their people better and have better lives, which is one of the important things for a ruler to do. Because of this, there was a thing called the Pax Mongolica, pa- Pax Mongolica, which means Mongolian peace. Now, there was still some fighting outside the country, but inside there mainly was full peace. Now, according to History.com. Now, this was great because the ruler Genghis Khan succeeded in protecting and making the lives of everyone better, making a peace across his people. By making this peace, he not only united his people together for lots of years of peace, but also more countries wanted to trade with him because by them being peaceful, it made everyone else less like angry and to be more willing to trade. Now, all of these are reasons why uh, Genghis Khan was a great ruler. A good ruler needs to make sure to protect his people, but not only protect, but help his people live better. In conclusion, Genghis Khan had promoted trade and helped his people be united throughout not only his nation and Asia. He had made a very good military system and he was more than capable of protecting his country against outside attackers. But also, he was able to get rid of crime inside his own country, lowering it and protecting the people from the inside out. These reasons are why he was a great ruler.